Hi YouTube, welcome to the part 5 of the Python network ARP scanner tutorial series. In this tutorial, I'll show you guys how to add some exception handling. So this code here, it works, but the problem with this code is that if we encounter some error running this IP address command and also what happens if you pass in an interface name that doesn't exist, these problems, how to handle it, we will see in this situation, in this tutorial. Let's just quickly run this again. So previously we typed in this Python command for the ARP scanner in the last tutorial, and we passed the Ethernet 0. So let's say we pass in Ethernet 1, which this interface, by the way, it doesn't exist. So if we type in the Ethernet 1, we get an error. We don't know what's happening. We don't understand anything from this error. So we don't know that whether the interface name exists or it doesn't exist. This error in here, this is not very informative. So we will, in this tutorial, you'll see how we can get how to introduce exception handling, so we get kind of errors that we can understand. And so the first thing, so the first thing that we have to do, let's just put this code in a we will just try to put this in a try catch block here in Python. So in here, let's put in a try statement. Okay. Let's try to indent this code. So we are trying this command, and in case something happens, some exception happens, let's catch any error. So we will catch the errors in the except block here. So let's type in except, and then we pass in subprocess called process error as E, and let's print. So what do we want to print? We want to print something like failed to get an IP address for interface. We will pass in the interface name here, and then we will return nothing, so we will return none. So in here, what we have done is that it will try to run this command IP address, and if there is an error running this code here, if there's any error, it will catch it, and it will catch the error, and it will print this statement: failed to get an IP address for interface, whatever interface that we pass here. And I think there's one thing else, one more thing that we can do in here in the else statement. We can also say that, let's say the IP address, we weren't able to get the IP address, so let's just add in a print statement here as well. So we can say no IP address found for interface. So in here, let's say the command, it was able to run successfully, but for some reason, maybe the DHCP server wasn't running, and the interface card, it wasn't able to retrieve or get an IP address. So in case if this command is able to run successfully and the IP address doesn't exist, then we will print this statement that no IP address was found. But if the command itself is unsuccessful, if the command itself doesn't run, then this catch statement over here, this statement will catch the error, and it will print failed to get an IP address. So this should be it, I think. Let's see from the previous tutorial. So in here we are getting the IP address, so we can say that IP interface. Okay, so what we can do is we can so maybe we can use another if statement here. So we can say that if IP, so if IP is successful, we can say that print your IP address is this, and after that we can use the scan. So yeah, So it tries to retrieve the IP address. This is the IP address that we give, the IP address. Then it checks if the IP address exists. Then it scans it. It says it gives you the IP address, and if it's not successful, then it will, let's just say, no IP address available for scanning. I think we have done a good job of catching the errors. I'm not sure if you would need this port or not, but so in here, again, one more time, if the command is unsuccessful, this statement here, this will catch it. If there is a problem with the IP address, if the interface is up but there is no IP address, this statement should catch it. And in here, we are again checking for the IP address in case there was some problem with the IP address and we couldn't do scanning, the scan isn't successful, we don't retrieve an IP address, then it won't be able to run the scan, and we will get this no IP address available for scanning. So this will be it. Let's just quickly run it and see if everything is all right. Sudo. So for ETH1, it doesn't exist. We run it. It will ask us for the password. Let's type in. So in here, you can see that even though in here since the ETH1 IP interface does not exist, it says that no IP address found for ETH1. This is this statement here, guys, because this time the interface command, this one IP address show ETH1, it was run successfully, so there was no need for this exception to be handled and for this statement to catch the error. However, since the command was run successfully, but the interface name, the interface one, ETH1, didn't exist, and we weren't able to retrieve an IP address, it showed us the error that no IP address was found for the interface. And the second statement, no IP address available for scanning, is from this port here. Since we weren't able to get an IP address, it's here that no IP address available for scanning. So this is it for this, guys. Again, I think some of you guys, so I'm just trying to not make this tutorial very long by explaining all this exception handling. In the previous tutorial, I didn't explain this regular expression very well. So again, if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section below. I can answer that question in the comment section below, and I can also create a video, another one at the end of this series explaining these parts that you don't understand. So this is it for this one, guys. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, put it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.